Good morning. Here I am again this morning. Um, oh, goodness sakes. I had Jeffrey overnight. He got picked up to go to school already because now I'm going to always have him on Sunday nights. Well, Friday night, Saturday, Sundays. He's going to live here. So I got part custody of him, right? That's what I said. But anyway, his mama got off work this morning, picked him up, and she's now taking him off to school. So, anyway, but I have been working the last couple hours just hanging out here at this table, working on another page for my journal. This is my journal so far, and it's just all spirit stitched. And I'm learning new things to go along with my spirit stitching. And so, see, I think that's the last one I did on a video, and I think it turned out just fine. And then I did this one, just a real quick one. I had a piece of this crocheted um, square, well, diamond. Then I just put the little lady on there in buttons, courage, a word, and that's that page. I put it on a piece of pink felt. Then this one here, I had done this before, just putting all these buttons on this little piece of um, quilted vintage fabric, and I just put some stuff on there. And then this flower was painted fabric and made into a flower by my friend Cordula. She said that one. I thought, well, I put that one on that page. Then, oh, this page, I did. Oh, this is where I started getting so excited. I took a piece that I had already did that slashing on it. I did the slashing on it. Well, I added to it a felting. I put some felting on it and some buttons, and then I stitched on this little golden applique. That's pretty. This one here is going to go on this page somehow. It's going to go here, and then maybe I'll have another something that'll go here. Now this here, oh my gosh. Um, I just did this morning. There is no thread in here at all. No thread. This is what I want to show you today. This one's going to go on this page here. But, oh, so I'm halfway through the book. I'm halfway and it's this thick. But, and this here one is actually a little bit bigger than the page. Oh, no, it's not either. It fits just fine. But anyway, I think I might be adding a few things on the edges so that I have stuff sticking out all over, because I want stuff to stick out. Now this here, I took a piece of some kind of fabric. I think it's some kind of a linen fabric. And I took that, and it was a piece of white. I cut it all up into separate pieces, and then using spray inks, I I sprayed them all with different colors so that I have different backgrounds. And so I sprayed them. And then what I did after I sprayed them is I took each piece and I took a baby wipe. And like I took a baby wipe, I just took it right out. I took the wet baby wipe, and then I laid the piece, and then I put another wet baby wipe, and laid, as these pieces were still wet. And then I just kept, but look at these baby wipes. What happened is that ink went right through to those baby wipes. It caused it to blend in, but I just did this and left them for like a couple hours, just having them all stacked together like that. Isn't that pretty, that one right there? But that's what I did. And now I got the baby wipes as well, that I will be able to make flowers out of them or something, that I'm going to use the baby wipes, because now everything's dry. And so I thought, and that was just the spray inks onto this And they come up with such different beautiful colors. Okay, and now this was one of them here. You can't only see the color there because now you're seeing the wool too. But this, oh yeah, there is stitching on here because I stitched the flowers on. This is what I want to show you today, and I am so flippin' excited. This has got me excited like you wouldn't believe. All right, so first of all, just in case I'm enabling you, I did put a suggestion on my, if you look at my Amazon affiliate link, you'll see just one suggestion of a kit, how you can buy these kits for, see, this is a kit. Well, I don't have everything in here, but it's a needle felting starter kit. And see, this one here has like a lot of felt. Everything's out in this box because we had this like forever. But I've got different colors of felt. But in this kit came the felt. It came a pad, not this pad. It came with a black little pad. Because you need a pad and these little finger protectors and needles. That's what this one came with. But there's different kits you can buy. Just in case I might be enabling you. You might need to know these things. You might need to know these things. But I keep my little wools in this box. And but you need to have this kind of a, this one is kind of a thick foam, but also over here I have my woolen ironing mat. That works too. In fact, you can buy these in the wool like a mat. I don't have one of them yet, but I think I might be going to get one that's just small like this. But anyhow, what we do, now I'm going to take one of these pieces of fabric that I dyed, and that's what I'm going to work on. And I'm going to show you how this is just truly, 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 truly amazing. I love it. What I figured, now this here, when you do buy a needle felting kit, the one that I bought did not have any kind of a handle for the needles, but you don't need a handle, because the needle is like turned on its, the needles are like this. See, they're like bent on the top, and you can just hold on to the needles. See, these needles are some that I bought later from Serafina, and yes, and apparently they're like different. It's like 36 star, 38 star, and 40 twist, and I don't have a clue of what those different things mean. They're just all needles, but they have this handle that I have right here holds 3 needles. They've got some that will hold 7 needles, which I want to get one of them that holds the 7 needles. But just the 3 is good. But then this will hold 1, 2, or 3. But I got 3 in this one right now. You only need 1. But 3, you just go faster. And, oops, I got to put my thing back on there. That thing belongs to be on there. Okay, that thing. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just put some color behind. So, I have, let's see, I just got some different pieces that I've bought over the years, because I used to make animals, but I don't really, they call this wool, Australian Marring Wool Top Roving. Colorway, they call this one is Cheer Camp. But anyway, that was one of them. I don't know. Oh, it come like this. When I bought that, I guess it come in this big chunk like that. I guess I must have bought that. That's pretty. In fact, you know, I think I'll pull some of that off of that one and use that color. Apparently I haven't used that one. And so, but this is called roving, and this is what is before they actually make the yarn. It's roving, and they'll use this roving to make the yarn. But when you get it, you can just take it and you just pull it apart like this, and it just pulls apart like this. See that? How pretty, soft. So I'm going to use that. Put that back in this little bag. This little bag back in the little thing. I gotta try to remember to. This I started working on. I'm making a moon, but this is just the wool. I'm working on that one. Been working on that one for a long time. Okay, so see, that's not too. That's kind of a dark right now. Not too colorful. Not too nothing. But now, see how this has got some black, pink, and light pink. Hot pink and light pink. But you can mix the colors by just going like this. You can mix them colors and get them put together by just pulling it apart like this. Okay, and then I'm going to take a piece. I'm going to take about this much first. Let's see. And so I just got my fabric down there, and I'm going to I'm just going to lay that wool right there on top of that piece of fabric. I'm just going to lay that. We'll see what happens there. So I don't know what I'm doing right now. I just got that laying on there. Now, I've also got some finger protectors. I got to find them. So make sure when you get a kit, make sure you get one. Usually they'll come with 2 finger protectors. So when you're holding this, the finger protectors will go over 2 fingers and it'll protect you. But if you don't have them, like I don't have them right this second, I'm going to just be real careful. But now, what happens when you start poking with these needles have barbs on them, like you would see on a fish hook, but they're very fine barbs. You can't hardly see them on the needles, but they're there. Put my glasses on here so we're going to see what I'm saying. Yeah, you can see the barbs, but you can just barely see them. They're that fine. But what happens, so you have to have a pad underneath. And then when you poke, you should poke straight in, out, out, in, out. And try not, I just had this one kind of crooked, which reminded me, oops, I got to have it straight. And you don't have to go real fast. Now, once you get the feel of it, you can go faster, and you should make sure you have your finger protectors on too. But what's happening here is those barbs are pulling the fibers of that wool all the way through. And you can see on the back how those fibers of that wool are going right through that fabric. And now see, I can just go with a couple places here. I gotta be careful and try and go straight up, straight down, because these needles they'll break. I've broken a few needles. In fact, this morning I broke 3 needles all at one time because I pulled it out unstraight. Now see, I want to hold that fabric down, so I'm going slow, so I really am watching that needle. Don't watch a movie while you're doing this, because you got to keep an eye on them needles. But now, being this is going to be, now there's a lot of people make like animals. I don't have any of my animals right here. In fact, I think I might have given them all away that I made when I started needle felting a few years ago. I was making just animals. I wasn't actually putting the felt onto a piece of fabric like this. But now that I'm learning about free spirit stitching, I have found that I can use the felt to actually do something with the fabrics. And here I have some of my green I had pulled out because I put the green on this piece. So I'm going to use a little bit of that green. And I took these out of 3 different packages, the green. This is kind of like a white, off-white, and 2 different shades of green. This is more of a yellow green. And then you blend them. You can just blend them colors together by putting them together and then pulling them apart. And usually you don't have to cut this stuff because, see, that's way too long there, what I did. Well, and so I'll just pull this way, and you just pull it apart, and the fibers will come right apart for you. But now I'm going to fold this, like, sort of here. I'm going to go ahead and fold that right there at that end. And I've folded it. And now I'm going to just start giving it a little jab here. And what I can do is I can jab like down here and then a couple jabs up here and here. Right now it's just laying on there, but if I give it a couple jabs, already right there it's jabbed in. It's stuck to the fabric already. And so then I can go up here with just a few jabs, and then it's holding, so you don't have to get your fingers real close. And you don't have to get every inch of it jabbed either. Maybe jab isn't a word, but we're going to go with that. That's on there. That is on there now. You can look on the back. You can see on the back how those fibers have pulled right through the fabric. And if you can, do you see there how this is the bottom of the fabric here? This side, right there, that is the bottom. And you can see how fuzzy that is at the bottom because these needles pushed that wool right through the fabric, and it is stitched on. So then I thought, well, I wonder if wool is the only thing you can jab. Well, no, look here what I did. This is a piece of yarn, and it's acrylic yarn that I played with just on here. And I just put that on there. And, and then right here, I put a piece, there's a piece of sari silk underneath. I first I put on some of the roving. Right here is a piece of sari silk. Then I put some more roving over the top, and I jabbed, and it is all attached to that fabric. Because I just started doing this morning, I'm telling you, I was so excited. I get so excited, I'm telling you. But this is a piece of yarn. So and this is this yarn I have, which is, it is 100% acrylic. There's no wool in here at all. And so you don't have to have just wool. Anything with any kind of fiber, anything that's got fibers. Now I tried to just put a piece of sari silk and just see if it would go, but there's no fibers, I guess, that you could maybe use some sari silks. I don't know. Oh, and then anyway, I've got other things I want to try. But see, when you buy one of the kits, you get a bunch of little packages like this with the different colors and like single color, but like you see, you can put them together. All right, now like here, like this might be like leaves of a flower. Then I can take a piece of this yarn here. I'm gonna take this like this. And always be careful of your needle. Don't put it where you're going to lay your elbow on it or something. You'll have to go see my daughter in the ER. Last night was her first full night in the ER. Oh my goodness. So as she was driving on her way to get Jeffrey this morning, she called me to she goes, patient 1 was this, patient 2 was this, patient 3, and oh my gosh, she had such an exciting night to see what goes on in the ER. She's still on like orientation too, so she said, I got stuff to learn, but I will learn it. Okay, so now now I put them there to represent stems like of a flower. Now, and I want to get that. I just slowly poked in to the base of that, and it's already hooked. It's in there. And then I don't even have to go the whole trip of it. I can just go right up here and take my time, and it's in there good enough. It's going to hold. This is going to be something, I mean, you don't have to do a whole lot. And so, I don't know, maybe that black is too much back there, but no, it's fine, you know. So now I'm going to take a piece of, let's get something bright here. Well, yeah, that'll be fine. I'm going to take a piece of this. This is that rug I took apart, and it's got all sari fabrics, and then I washed it, and it smells so good. And so I got an iron right here off to my right, my little iron. Hopefully I can iron this okay. Oh, it doesn't iron real good. It looks like it might want to melt. Wait a minute. It's okay. No, it doesn't like to iron. It doesn't like the iron. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna use it anyway. Did I ruin my iron? Oh, I'll have to get some iron cleaner. I guess this isn't supposed to be ironed with that hot iron, but that's okay. I ironed it anyway. But what I'm gonna do with this now is I got 2 stems, so I want to do 2 flowers. So let's put that back in my bag. Put this back in my bag. Okay, so now I want to get my needle out, and it's not enough thread, so let me put that right there. And sometimes my thinker, which is supposed to be my brain, left on a train. Let me get this pink thread. And it's a wonder this thread still works. That's old thread, but it's working. Oh, there's where I put my needle. And let's see if I can get that in that needle eye. Okay. That's a small eye on that needle. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get one of these needles. These are DMC embroidery needles. The embroidery needles have a slightly larger eye in them, so okay, there we go. That's better. And I'm going to double thread this because I'm going to pull tight on it. So then I'm just going to take my I should not have done this. I got to clean my iron now. Some things aren't supposed to be ironed. Now I wonder if I made this one too big. I might have made this flower too big, but this might be how this flower is supposed to be. Now I just put like a running stitch down there at the bottom. And Okay, and then stitched it sort of. Now I'm going to put this flower up here. Now I can, okay, I'll put this flower here at the end of this stem. You know, that's a little bit long. I think I'm going to trim off the top, but I didn't cut it straight across. I kind of ziggle-zaggled it a little bit. There. Now I'm going to put this flower right to the end of the stem, and I'm going to stitch it on. Just give it a little hand stitch. Now see, even on this one that I did earlier, I'm going to put more on here. I'm going to be adding some beads and buttons and stitches on that one. But I was so excited I want to tell you all this stuff so y'all could drag out your wool, whatever kind of wool you have, or any. And like I said, this yarn is just yarn, and it's acrylic yarn, and it does just fine with that needle, you know. So the needle is what you need, is that needles with the barb on it. Okay, and then I'm going to go up here and just put a little, let's see, let me form that flower a little bit here, and I'll just put a little stitch right up there to kind of hold that there. I might add some pearls to this after a bit, just whatever floats my boat. And I can just kind of put that up there, and put a little stitch to kind of just hold that in place like that, and then tie that off on the back. It was kind of chilly this morning. It was like 45 when Jennifer got here to pick up Jeffrey. Now it's warmed up to 48. It's warming up quickly, but boy, kind of chilly this morning. Now this one I want to have that flower a little bit smaller. I'm going to cut this already some shorter. These pieces will go in my stuffing bag. And then I'm going to, did I knot that? Yeah. So now I will just running stitch at the bottom of that piece. Any fabric, just look at this. Any fabric, any shape, anything. Yesterday I did those round ones. Then I did some square ones after that. I just had sort of square and folded them the same way, and they made still another flower. And now this is just a little strip of fabric, just, I mean, fabric or lace or anything, and just gather it up and do this way, and you have a flower. That one's a little smaller, so I'll put that one right down here on this stem that I felted right on there. I got a good feeling about this felting. Gives you a good feeling. I mean, and goodness sakes, you can just start. I mean, this morning I didn't know this till I started playing, how much I could do with this felt. No, I have to say that I did see Ariane put the roving on her linen fabric. I did see that part. And so that's where I first got the idea to try to put the roving down. And but then playing with it, oh wait a minute, playing with it a little bit, it's just, everything will come to mind. Beautiful things. Okay, I just want to put one little stitch there, and maybe one little stitch over on this side of the flower, just to hold the flower to stand up straight, so don't go flip-flopping down. Although later I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna put like beads and stuff because I'm one of those things. You know, some people say less is more. Well, I always say more is more. I'm just into more. Just give me more. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to put some green up here at the bases of these flowers. So I'm going to just pull some of this green. I don't need much at all. Let's get just some of the green. And let's see here. It's neat how this stuff just pulls apart. And so I'm going to, let's see if I want just a little bit long, I think. So I want to pull it a little bit shorter. There, yeah. I'm going to twist it down here a little bit and then fold it. So it's kind of like this part then will go right down here. See how I'll just lay that on there? Just lay that on there. Now got the old stabber here. And with one stab, it is on there already. But I'm going to put that there to hold it. And I think I'm just going to stab the bottom, so the top stays wispy over that flower. And then I have another piece here. Twist that a little bit down here in the center. Kind of looks like a little moustache there. But then I'll fold it, put it right like this. And you'll feel as you punch it through onto the foam or whatever you're using back here. When you pull it up, you can feel the stitches coming out. And so see, I mean the stitches, not stitches, but the fibers, how they're coming out. Now, that's what I have. I don't know which way I should hold this. Isn't that pretty? Even with the black back here. I think that is so pretty. So these, now my colors are just what I have pulled out to try. And when you do this, maybe you'll come out with different flowers or different fibers or whatever. And I'm going to decorate these even some more. I'm going to be putting more on my little flowers here. So these two I've done this morning. And with scraps of fabric, any kind of fabric to make a flower, and then your wool, and then yarn, and I'm not even, I don't know if you even need, if you've got a lot of yarn, I don't know that you even need the roving, but the roving is just nice because you can pull it so wispy and get these wispy looks. And but you can buy the, like that kit, that I think the one I put up on the, I can't remember now, I just did it too. The kit that I put up on my Amazon affiliate link, I think that one was $17 and something. I think it was about that. And they have some really nice kits with a lot in them for around $30. So now if you click on that link, on that, if you go onto my affiliate link and click on that, it'll take you, of course, to the Amazon. But you can also then look at other kits too that they, because I know you're going to want these. I know you're going to. This is amazing. This is amazing. But it's going to go along with my stitching because I know I can add buttons, I can add beads, I can add stitches. I can keep adding to these pieces of art. And I'm so excited about these right now, I just can't hardly tell you. It's just, I think I'm going to be playing with this all day. Well, no, I got to do some laundry, doggone it. But see, this one here is where I first had this, just that piece of fabric, and I just started playing on it to see what it would do. And like these pieces, I got them. It's amazing. You just got to play with it and see what happens. Just see what happens. And the back of it, You can just pet it. It's like a little puppy. And it's beautiful. I mean, goodness me. I could take and maybe make a circle out of this right here and put it up here and make a sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. I mean, yeah, you just, gee, golly. Let's make a sunshine. I can make this whole thing into an art piece. I can just do whatever I want, 'cause I love it, 'cause I love it, and I am so excited because I love it. And when I first got this roving stuff, when I bought this kit, it was to make little animals, like freestanding animals is what I wanted to do. And I made a few, and I didn't make no more because it just wasn't doing anything for me. But there, see how you can see the green at the bottom? I just put that little piece right up there. So, and I don't have any wispies coming out of this piece, so you can do that way too. I love it. It's fun, you guys. This is great. Oh, but anyway, those are my beginning of a beautiful flower garden. Beginning of a beautiful flower garden. Okay, I'm going to be doing a lot of this today, but I am so excited about it. Can I turn this up? Am I right? Wait. Oh, I'm not right side upwards. Wait a minute. I got the remote control. Wait a second. I can flip me. I think I can flip me. I just flipped me. The blood was rushing to the top of my head. Okay, now. See there? I just turned that camera right up on. I need it. If I could just put some of that pretty stuff in my head, make me some pretty hair. I could wool roving hair. Okay, let's see. Now I just opened it up to a page. That's what I like to do. Open it up to a page. And it says, my house is just a little house. Excuse me. My house is just a little house, but God knows where I live. Such blessings He bestows on me, abundantly He gives. And oh, I love my little house. It is so cozy warm, with God's angels watching over it to keep me safe from harm. I do praise God, yes, each mealtime, because my table is spread. I give to Him my gratitude for gifts of daily bread. The clock ticks away the hours, I hear the cricket's song. My heart is oh so happy, I praise God all day long. Now I shall put the kettle on and make a pot of tea. I'll go and ask some neighbors in to share it all with me. I take joy in the little things that come each new day, the sunshine, bird songs, and rainbows, and so I kneel to pray. Such blessings He bestows on me, abundantly He gives. My house is just a little house, but God knows where I live. And that was written by Mary E. Harrington, and below it is a scripture says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. I love this book. And this book I got from the thrift shop. And there was a whole bunch of different ones, but I didn't buy them all. And these only $1. But there's a whole bunch in there. Whole bunch of these different books. I love them. If you see any at the thrift shop, pick them up for me. All right, Salzman. What is it? The Salzian Collection. I love them. Okay, no, you don't have to pick nothing up for me. I'm good. But I got books, plenty of books to read. Okay, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe, happy, humble, well-fed, grateful, all the good things. I know you're already beautiful, so you don't have to pray for that because you're already beautiful. Okay, God bless you. Thank you for coming. You are wonderful, and I love you. Have a good day, and try some of this jumping. It is so wonderful. I'm so excited. God bless you. I'll leave you alone now. I'll leave you alone now. I gotta find my mouse. Oh, there's my mouse. There's my mouse. Now I can leave you alone. Okay. God bless.